Hello and welcome to the Flory Models Friday Roundup Show. Here we are with you on the 14th of April 2023. A couple of weeks into the month, so really need to push on with our next project, which has been the Meng D9R Bulldozer. Now, I said before, this kit I've had in my stash forever. In fact, when the first D9 kit came out, I got that one, then sold it again, and then obviously got the D9R, which is, you can tell by the faded box, has been around forever. And I have to say, I've been thoroughly enjoying it. It's been coming together really nicely, but we'll look at that one a little bit more in a minute. First of all, big thank you to everybody who joined us on the Saturday. So we've got the Saturday show here. Hold on, let me just find it. I did have it queued up. There we go. We got a series of live shows. Bad screen grab. Clearly, it's an auto one. But I basically put together the Rubicon Huey. And yeah, it went together an absolute delight. And here she is, all done and built up. Sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go. There she is, all done and built up, looking very much the part. Again, I've no idea what Rubicon is like. Never built any of their kits before or anything else like that. So I thought, what better way of doing a proper live on test was to try and put this kit together live. So obviously we were on air in the morning, and then obviously again within the afternoon, and then again in the evening. And I managed to put it together, all done and built literally in that space of time. And again, the only thing I did offline during the actual breaks we had was chuck a couple of decals onto this one and a couple of other little bits, painting the road head in that. Apart from that, the rest of it is completely live. You saw it went together and it is brilliant. I'm really looking forward to working with Rubicon over the next few weeks. And we are. So members, don't forget, we have a pre-order system up there. There'll be a little bit of discount as well up on those as well. And we hope to get the Rubicon stuff all in hopefully in the next week or two. So big things with that. Anyway, we'll talk about those in a minute, but really did enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's really nice to get back to doing the live stuff. Obviously it's a little bit of an Easter special. We tend to do a live show about once every sort of 4 or 5 weeks, something else like that on a Saturday, just to sort of give a little bit back and all the rest of it. So really thoroughly enjoyed that. I can't wait to start my next project. And as I said, I can't work out if I'm going to do the Bofors gun or I'm going to do the King Tiger. But anyway, one of those two will be built live as well, because really did thoroughly enjoy getting on with that one. On Tuesday, it was a little bit of a short show, purely because I was catching up with everything. As you can see, this is when I announced that the D9R had won for the next video vote. So that one won that quite a lot, but I think it's about 57% of the vote went to that one. So good job on that one. Obviously, we spoke about what was going on and all the rest of it. Also up on Tuesday was the review for the Lightning. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, and that's because, to be honest, I wasn't that fussed about the kit. You know me, I just wear my heart on the sleeve with these things, and I say it how it is. It's an F-35, so all the detail bits and all the rest of it are going to be internal. You're not going to see anything on the outside of this model. There's no nice shapes to it and all the rest of it. But boy, was I blown away. Look at the detail on that for the actual main weapons bay. So you can see down through the middle here, you've actually got running to the engine from the air intakes. And these are the actual weapons bays just down in here, are absolutely fantastic. The weapons and that are all beautifully done. The clear parts are on another level. Really nice. And again, the nose wheel well, because to be honest, they're the only two areas that have actually got any detail. Again, they are amazingly detailed, very fine and absolutely fantastic. But I just wasn't really excited about it. Not only is the old round tape wrong, again, obviously for modern spec anyway, but generally, as you say, it's one of those kits where it's a nice looking, it's an F-35, it looks, it's the right shape, it's the right everything, as you can see here, but there's just not a lot really going on with it until you're going to display it. So like I said, obviously, me being me, I said, unless you're going to display it upside down, there's not a lot to see on modern jets. And that is, to be honest, just one of those things. I must admit, I did speak about it in the actual review for this one. It's very hard to get excited about 5th and obviously going to be 6th gen aircraft, because they are what they need to be. And that's very smooth, very boring. So obviously they're a little bit more stealthy. But yeah, it was one of those. I wasn't done, but loads of you have been asking about, will I do a review of it? So as always, public opinion is spoken. I did do it and I've done the review of it. I stand by it. It's a great kit. It's a really nice kit. It's just typical Tamiya all the way through. It's just it's not an exciting aircraft to sort of build and do because everything is internal. And I'm sure it does go together a dream. I know loads of people have built it and said it's an absolutely fantastic. For me, if I was going to do it, I'd do it in flight, weapon bays open on its side or something, because that way you could display it really, really nicely. But there's some really nice touches in there. And I say, in all fairness, I did give full kudos because the weapon bay is amazing. The nose wheel well is amazing. The cockpit, it's not a lot there, but then nor is the real thing, and all the things like that. But generally, the clear parts are absolutely mega. They are some of the finest, crispest clear parts you've seen, because it's a very complex shape on that. But when you look, you can just see straight through it. There's no real distortions anywhere. And it's got some very fine graving for the bow on the front, for the canopy and stuff like that. And it is beautifully done. Ram tape aside, again, there's two trains of thought to this. If it was an early one, when they had the early ram tape, then yeah, that's probably spot on for it. But with the more modern round tapes and all the rest of it, sort of version 2, they don't have that sticky up like they used to have. So from that point of view, it's just one of those things. You sort of get on with it and you build it as per it is. I just think it's a little bit overdone as well for a modern F-35 anyway, not the version 1s. Anyway, that was that one. Then obviously on Tuesday, I was, sorry, what day is this? This is Wednesday, I do believe. I have to get my days right on this one. We were basically talking about the working on the claw, so to speak. So I managed to get somewhat of this together with the main sort of part of the actual D9 together. And then obviously we've got all of this, which is all working, which I'll look at in a moment. That is up in there as well. And at the same time, so we spoke about that, we were looking at obviously the review for Blue Thunder. So again, got sent by a member, and get well soon because he's in hospital at the moment. But again, a classic kit. It's not the most detailed, let's face it, and it is typical old school monogram. So as you can see in here, there's not a lot really going on with this one, but it is a 1/32 scale Blue Thunder, and at the end of the day, that's the only one that you're going to get at the end of the day. So you just go with what you can. Again, I think with a little bit of scratch building in here, you could actually turn this into something really, really nice. Because again, it's all there just to get going with it. And I'm going to build this one, say later in the year, I'll have a go. It has got some sync marks and some various things, it's a typical monogram, but generally the detail isn't bad. And luckily the canopy is absolutely fine for it. And again, if you had paid you $4.95 for that kit, I'm sure you would have loved it back in the day. But 1984, I think this kit came out. And but yeah, it was really nice to do a review of it. It's a great cracking little kit, and I'll say I'll probably be building this one later in the year as a little bit of a homage. You know me, I like my old monogram stuff. Built a few of theirs now, going through the list, so it's quite nice to have a go at something like that as well. Then obviously last night we had the live show, so again it was a little bit short notice, not only for you guys but it was for us as well, because I only told the team that we're doing one at around about 2:30 in the afternoon and said if you're up for it. But again, it's one of those, we were all having a building session. Matt was doing a little bit of weathering, Nathan was doing a little bit of airbrushing on his FW190, Andy was going on with his Spitfire. Poor old John had a bit of trouble, I think the weather wasn't playing ball and all the rest of it in his part of the world, so his internet connection was pants, so he wasn't on with us last night. But generally we had a very much fun and games. You can go off members, you can see that one now, obviously answering all your questions from the Wednesday PM show, and obviously for the normal Flory model show as well. We did both lots of questions in one on that one, so you can catch up with that one right there. And then that gets us bang up to date with this lump. Again, really wanted to do something different. This year has been doing things I don't normally do. So this is what the plan of this one. So we're doing, a little bit extra work on these. So we were talking about, obviously got multiple sprues down in there, how I label them up, things like that. Generally straight off fit issues, very, very nice with this one. Goes together, as you can see, very, very good. The details throughout the entire kit, typical Meng, they're good, they're solid, good connection points. You hardly need any glue. It holds itself all together with no glue, which is fantastic. Putting in the piston, so you've actually got working parts for the ripper blade down at the bottom, and I assume the front blade as well when we get to it. But as you can see, the detail is absolutely fantastic on this. So there we go, that's how getting those all in, as you say, popping them all together, and there it is at the end with all the blades and bits and pieces on there. And to be honest with you, it does work very, very well. And here she is. And again, this does work, so it is fully articulated. You can actually maneuver this how you want it to be and all the rest of it. So yeah, I think it's actually really very, very nice indeed. We've also started work on the cab area. Nothing's glued in yet. It's all done literally like this. So we've got the cab bits in there. We've been working on the side. So we've got all of these in, various things. So we've got the internals painted up. To be honest with you, I'm waiting for a little bit of paint from Matt, because what we're going to do, as we spoke about before, we are going to pop out the clear parts. So what we can do, take these out. take the glass, or leave the glass in, and then we can paint the outsides like here, and then we'll mask these off when we put the real armoured glass in, because again, it comes with both glasses, got the clear glass and the normal. So that's the plan of action. So when this comes in, we will be just popping this back in, and then that way it can be masked over there once we've painted it already. Good to go. Then we can actually get this all in, but that won't stop me in the meantime, because what I'll do is I'll carry on with other sections of this. So we've got obviously the front blade to do, all the bits and pieces like that. So I'm going to carry on with this over the weekend as we make our way through. Part 2, which will be up with you on Monday, will basically get you to this sort of stage as we are at the moment, because that's really doing all about the cab and how you can see it here. Then hopefully, say, paint turns up Monday and getting the paintwork onto it, and then we can really start getting this thing together as we make our way on with it. But anyway, it is a little bit of fun. Big plans for this particular kit as well. Obviously, I'm going to come in with lots of things. Going to do a little diorama base for it. I'm thinking a dusty environment rather than that, but we're going to do plenty of wear and tear and chipping, and as dozers get, all stuff like that. And obviously it will have full birdcage armor onto it as well, so obviously weathering with that, and obviously the way that that's going to have to go together as well is going to be a little bit different. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to this one. To say, I like working on commercial civilian vehicles that have been upgraded to military spec as well, and this definitely fits the bill. So I think a nice little display base, maybe pushing something along. Plenty of weathering, plenty of everything all over this one as well. So hopefully we can use the new thick wash with this one. So that'll work really, real well with it. So yes, that's good on there. PM Store at the moment, it said, is a little bit quiet. They've been busy getting all your orders out all week, but they have had some various bits in, as you can see. So Super Tomcat, obviously those are all in now. The Apache Longbows are in as well. This is the D finally, because we had all the others in weeks ago, but for some reason the Ds didn't come in, but they are now. Also, we got the Roof is up as well. That is in with you as well, plus the fact all of these other ones are all now in stock, so you can grab those. Plenty of pre-orders and things like that going out this week. Also on there, we've got various books going in at the moment. We've got new ones coming in, but also we've got pre-orders for all the MIG books. So members, for the AK books. If members want to get those on the pre-orders, they are up on the forum right now. You know where they are. And then obviously we've got other ones coming in as well for the other books as well. From the HBH publishing, we've got theirs all on pre-order, so we're going to be putting orders with them in next week. So make sure you get your lists in there, and obviously you're going to get your discount on those as we make our way through. All right, and then don't forget, obviously we've got our specials. So you've got the special section down there. Hasn't really changed because again the guys have been really, really busy. And our damage box section, that is down in here as well. So these are ones which might have little dinks and dents out of the boxes. You can grab those, but you get all your paints, glues, sundries, and all your other bits and pieces, as I have done this week as well. Got an order in and get them shipped out to you ASAP. So yes, plenty of stuff still to come. So that is about it from me. As always on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with your great work from the gallery. So until Monday, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.
Wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked. You got me blushing, and you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. For the answers, no.